Hi, and welcome to today's Ask Pastor Steve. We are continuing to consider the question, how do you grow in the Christian faith? And we talked yesterday about the importance of practicing the spiritual exercises. Okay, and we'll talk about the remaining spiritual exercises today. One is Bible study. Bible study is not the same thing as studying the Bible. As someone who went to Christian college as a religion and philosophy major, and someone who went to seminary, I know that we studied the Bible an awful lot to understand the original language and the original thought and to understand its place in the ancient world and blah, 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 and all that, which is important. I shouldn't just go blah, blah, blah. It's important. But that's different than looking at the Bible and saying, God, what are you trying to tell me through the Bible? One is accumulating facts, the other is going, what are you trying to tell me, God, through the Bible? And here are three questions which will help you look at the Bible and say, what are you trying to tell me? One is, what is this passage teaching me about God himself? Two, what is this passage teaching me about what all humans are like? And three, what is this teaching me about what those who belong to God are like? Now, not every passage teaches all three of those things, but that'll help you say, God, what are you telling me through this? And of course, as God talks to us, we grow stronger in the faith. Another spiritual exercise is meditation. Now, you might think that meditation is a bunch of gurus sitting around in a circle, emptying their minds and, going om or something like that. But biblical meditation is looking at something in the Bible and really using your imagination to concentrate on it. For instance, if you are reading the story of Jesus feeding the 5,000, imagine yourself to be in that crowd. You've loved his teaching all day long, but it's getting late. Maybe your stomach is rumbling. And all of a sudden, Jesus is performing this miracle, and he's doing this to feed you. To feed you. He's using his power for you. Meditation could be if you see the verse in the Bible that says the Lord God is a sun and a shield, rather than just skimming over that, stop and go, how is God like the sun? And how is God like a shield to me? Okay, meditation, another spiritual exercise. Fellowship. Fellowship is getting together with Christians because they are Christians. Okay, now, you can get together with Boynton Hall fans at a basketball game. Not quite the same thing as fellowship. Because fellowship is you're getting together with a group of people who are members of the family of God. Their faith will strengthen you, your faith will strengthen them. Now, you don't have to do this in church. You can get together to share a meal. You can get together and go see a movie. You can do things leisurely with people. But the important thing is you are purposely deciding to do this because they belong to God. And God will figure into the conversations that you will have. Service is another spiritual exercise. What is service? Well, we know what that is, right? If we talk about community service organizations, you know what that means. It's an organization that reaches out and meets the needs of people in the community. It serves the greater good of the community. Serving means that you are serving the greater good of the church. You're watching out for God's people, you're taking care of their needs, but also you're taking care of the needs of the world, because we are to reach out to the world with God's grace and help God's kingdom expand in the world. So, serving. Finally, rest. What is rest? Well, rest is basically taking time during the week to try to set your concerns on hold, put them on hold, because remember, God is going to take care of them, to quiet your soul, to remember that you have a God who loves you, remember who you are in God's kingdom and in his family, and rest in that. Now, in the Old Testament, there was a day of rest, that was the Sabbath. But in the New Testament era, we don't have to follow a strict Sabbath, but we do have to take times to rest when God says, don't be a workaholic. If you're going to conserve your energy for the long haul, there are times that you need to kick back and relax and recuperate, and that's okay. Now, there are other spiritual exercises we can mention, such as fasting, but I think these are basics that everyone can do, and I hope they've been helpful to you in your quest to grow as a Christian. Bye-bye.